Hello, Robert.
Hello, teacher. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh,
Oh,
today
good.
is calm down today, but
It's a
yesterday,
relaxed day.
yes, yesterday, yeah, it's terrible. Yesterday food
It
was
was
terrible.
it was terrible. Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Sorry to hear that. Why it
yes,
was terrible? Yeah, I could see your face that you were like very tired, but that's okay.
yes,
Sometimes we have like some difficult days, but sometimes we have like a very relaxing days, right? So we have
yes. That's correct.
all kind of dates. So we have good days and we have rainy days. Rainy day, rainy like water,
Yeah,
a lot of water. But rainy day
it's a
means,
rainy day.
but a rainy day in another context means like a bad day. A rainy day
Bad day.
means like a bad day, like a terrible day. So
Okay.
that's
How do you say the English? Llueve sobre mojado.
a rainy day.
A
Rainy
rainy
day.
day.
A rainy day.
Oh,
For example, you
okay.
can say, yeah,
Okay.
yesterday I had a rainy day. Okay, me llovió sobre mojado, right? It's like a means that it was
Yes,
a bad day. It was not a good day. But sometimes we
yes.
have
For me, yesterday is a bad day. It's a rainy day.
on a rainy day.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we have some bad days, but we have good days, right? So when it compensates, life is about compensation, right?
Yes.
It gives you something bad, will give you something positive. So good. So we have
Yes, of course.
Clara.
But for example, today is a good day. It's a relaxed day. No problem, but little problem to compare it to yesterday.
Yeah, it's true. It's a good day today.
Mhm.
Good. So we got Peter,
Yes.
Tatiana, Davey, and Clara. So welcome back. How was your day? Did you have a rainy day or it was a nice day? Tatiana, for example, was it a good day or did you have a bad day? Have you had any bad day during this week?
No, teacher.
No,
For me, today was a good day.
it was a good day. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Sounds good. Peter, how about you? A good day
Uh,
or a rainy day?
a good day.
A good
Today
day.
for me is Friday.
Oh, for you it's Friday.
Yes,
So you
I'm
rest
in Fri-
tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday.
Yes,
Okay,
it's a good day.
I
it's good.
smell to beer.
Yeah, beers are coming, right? No, I don't think.
No,
No, right?
uh,
No beers, no beers.
no, no
Good.
beers.
Yeah.
Tequila. No, no.
Oh, okay. Excuse me
I'm
then.
kidding.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I was like,
Just kidding.
right. No beers, but tequila. Then yes,
It's
tequila.
all a liver, Peter.
He's
Yeah,
another level. He's another level. Welcome, Michael.
just kidding.
Yes, I know. And yeah, me personally, for example, beers, I cannot drink beers. I don't know why. It's the flavor. I don't like the flavor. For me, the flavor is like vinegar. Like vinegar? Vinegar? You know what is vinegar?
Yes.
Vinagre.
Yeah, it's like for me, drinking a beer is like vinegar. It's like all my friends they drink. All my friends they drink, when we go to the beach or we go to a place, so they are all drinking, but I don't drink those beers. I can drink something else. I love like sweet things, but beers is like vinegar. And I have tried in different ways, right? They tell, okay, no, pilsner is very like bitter, amargo, kind of amargo. It's bitter. Try golden.
Yes.
Okay, let me see. It's the same. Okay, let me see. Try this other one. A yellow one. What is the name? Corona, right? The yellow one. Try Corona. You will like it. Let me see.
Yes.
Man, it's the same. I don't. The taste is not good. Okay. Oh, we're gonna do something, right? They said we're gonna do something. We're gonna ask you for michelada. They call michelada, right?
Yes.
Beers with some spices and things. And okay, try. You're gonna like it. Very
Juice,
cold.
tomato, juice, tomato. The other. Yes.
Tomato juice and many things, right? That they combine. I try to even worst,
Water sauce.
terrible, like no man, this is not for me. It's not for me. So then I love like sweet things, but beers is like for me it doesn't have a good taste. But you know, it's a very traditional drink that we have, which is good.
Yes.
It's good, but but tequila is better, right, Peter? So no beers, but tequila, yes.
Margaritas,
Margaritas,
Margaritas. Okay.
yeah.
mojitos.
Those okay. All right.
No, no.
I
Definitely he's another level.
yes, definitely. I never drink uh this well margaritas is drinking sometimes, but I never mojito. Never
Mojitos.
drink mojito.
Mojitos.
No.
Okay. I don't know about that. Okay. It's okay. Good. So everybody, yeah, but when you have a good day or a bad day, it depends. It depends sometimes how you make that day. If you want to have a good day or a bad day. So at the end, we are responsible of the day. But sometimes, we have like some bad days, terrible. Like I had a bad day on Sunday. This Sunday, it was terrible. It was incredible. My family's from La Union, as I told you. So then I had actually I have an old car, but then I have another one which is in good conditions, but the other one is not in good condition. So then I fixed the old one. I changed the motor, le cambié el motor prácticamente al carro. So then
Yes.
the mechanic
Yes.
told me on Friday, okay, so you have a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to test it, like try the new motor, right? So then I said, okay, I'm gonna take this car to La Union, and then I took the car Saturday in the morning. So I went to La Union, no problem. I was driving in La Union, no problem. So on Sunday, I said I'm gonna go home, and then I left home at 2:30 p.m. So then I was coming like San Miguel, Usulután, no problem. Zacatecoluca, no problem. I was coming by the airport, Comalapa, no problem. But like
Yes.
5 minutes later, the car broke down. The car broke down. It's like the new motor like exploded. Like I just heard like a sound like boom, and that's it. No more car. And that was terrible.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was like
But it's close to gas station or the other
no,
place.
not really, not really, not very close. And I was like in a very abandoned place, like no houses and nothing. And it was terrible because my
Far
cell
away.
phone, yeah, my cell phone battery died at the same time. I couldn't make a call. That was
Damn it.
terrible on Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah, imagine no car, no cell phone, and no people around me. And it was around 5:30, almost
in the
6 p.m.
middle of the nothing.
in the middle of nowhere, exactly.
Okay.
In the middle of nowhere is,
Nowhere.
and
Night is
then
coming.
and it was dark around 5:30 to 6. It's very dark at that time. So then I said, anyway, I
Yes.
have to walk. I left the car
Rainy
over
day.
there. I abandoned the car and I went out of that place because it's dangerous. So I went to a gas station.
Yes.
I went to a gas station. I walked
Yes.
like 30 minutes, 30 minutes walking to the nearest gas station,
20 minutes. Yes.
and then I call family, like I called my family. So then so they went to pick me up to the place, and we called the lifter, grua, because the freaking car was abandoned.
Um,
It was terrible. But
yes.
anyway, we have
Yes.
experiences.
What say the mechanic?
The mechanic, yeah, I told the
What
mechanic.
say?
The mechanic was like, anyway, we had to change it. We have to do it again.
Oh,
Another process,
another motor.
another motor. It didn't work. Yes, those kind of rainy days, but now it's okay. All right, good. So everybody's coming. So we got
Okay.
Susana. Let me see. Rico, Blanca, Carvajal. Okay, good. Could everybody turn on your cameras? So every class we need to have cameras active, and then during the class, so then yes, so we can see that we're here. Okay, cameras on. Say hi to the camera. So welcome. Someone left. There you are. Susanna, Daisy, everybody, could you turn on your camera? So we need to have visual contact every class. That's what INSAFOR is asking right now. Because sometimes, especially in the morning, some students, early around 6 a.m. in the morning, everybody's like falling asleep. And sometimes it's like, we're like, Peter, hello, Peter, Peter, or someone is snoring. Snoring? Do you remember snore? Someone snore last time? Okay. So sorry, I can't. Susana, oh, Susana, I can't. But let's see the other ones. Okay, Daisy, Michael, Clara, Rivas, and Nolia, turn on your cameras. All right, good. Only good looking people. Only good looking people. There you are. Okay, and Daisy is always with a wet hair coming from the shower. Good. Michael, good. Clara
Yes.
and Nolia, could you turn on your cameras? So yeah, we can see that we're here. So Susana says that she can't. Yeah, so I receive the audio for some of you, but not everybody. Send the audio about, remember the short reading that we had to do, and record it and send it. So we can listen the pronunciation, right? So I received from some of you, but not everybody. And how was the short evaluation yesterday? Was it difficult? Easy? How was it?
Easy.
Easy? Pretty easy, right?
Mm,
Okay.
Yes.
No? No?
no,
Okay. Yeah, well,
50-50. More or less.
50-50, more or less. Just something simple,
Mhm.
present. Those tenses are very important to use. Present continuous and simple present. We use them every day. Probably you will see a change on the next model, model number 3. So then yes, because we start with the simple past. So then we change basically everything. So it's a little bit harder that we need to work a little bit more with the simple past, because with the simple past, we had to memorize a lot of verbs in past. Not only that, but also some pronunciation in the past, especially with the regular verbs, right? Sometimes people say, I worked yesterday, which is not correct. So we need to practice some
Correct.
pronunciations.
I
Or,
working.
but yesterday, when I say yesterday, it's past. So you cannot say I worked. It's not. It's, what is that pronunciation? Any idea, Blanca? I worked yesterday. Is that correct? Mm-hmm.
I worked.
Uh-huh. I.
Worked.
Okay, there you go. So she has a T pronunciation, worked. Okay, good. And for example, if I said I live it in San Marcos last year, so it's not correct. So pronunciation. So, but simple present and present continuous is something more understandable and very common. But the simple past, we had to memorize a lot of verbs. And I think the last week, I'm gonna give you like a some like a introduction to the past, and we're gonna practice on verbs in past and identify the regular verbs and irregular verbs. If you understand present very well and present continuous, so you won't have any problems to understand the simple past. For example, when I said I go to work every day, simple present, but in simple past is I went to work last week. So the verb changes. And when you speak in present continuous, like for example, what? Let me see, I am eating dinner right now. present continuous. But past continuous is I was eating dinner. So if you understand this in present, so past, it will be easy. But we need to practice first the present to move to the past. And probably the verbs is the problem, especially irregular verbs. Like for example, I have, let me see, Rico, Mr. Rico, I have the verb buy. I buy tortillas almost every day. Well, not tortillas, bread. Um, but if I want to speak in past, if I said yesterday I bought a pair of shoes, is that correct? Sometimes that happens. Yesterday I bought a pair of shoes.
Yes, it's correct.
All right, right. Grammatically is correct. Good. Um, David, is that correct? Yesterday I bought. Don't worry if you make a mistake.
Uh,
Mhm. It's like I
um,
want to say ayer compré un par de zapatos. Ayer, pasado. So yesterday I bought a pair of shoes. Okay. Is that
maybe change the verb.
the verb changes? Esa es la función de los verbos cambian, right? Ya no es el buy, sino que tiene que memorizárselo en pasado. ¿Cuál es el pasado de buy? It's just
Boat.
Oak.
it's boat, boat with T, boat.
Oh,
So then I bought.
Both.
I bought a pair of shoes. So that's the difference, right? So simple past, we need to practice a little bit more and a lot of memorization. That's what we need to work on. But this we continue with the present, and we're gonna talk about some obligation verbs, verbs that demand obligation, and also some verbs that demands necessity. And also we're gonna have an introduction to abilities, abilities that we have. So let me see, for example, let me ask someone, Daisy, can you tell me one ability that you have? One ability.
I think I can dance. I don't know.
Okay. Dancing is an ability,
I
right?
don't know.
Okay.
I think.
I think we don't, we need to see to believe, right? We need to see to believe. Okay, good. Let me see. Larissa, one ability that you have.
How do you say como aprender varias cosas? Como que me adapto a varias cosas.
Yeah,
How do
but
you
things
say?
that you can, that you know right now, one ability that you have right now.
Use computer,
Use a computer, but what part of the computer? For
hardware
example,
and software.
okay, for example, I can use the computer, but with
Mhm,
Excel, I have a weak point with Excel. I need to
mhm.
practice more. Mhm. For example, some people have
Um,
the ability to type very fast. So they can type in the computer, like they are reading, they are looking at something, and they are typing at the same time. Can you do that?
mhm.
Do you have that ability?
Yes,
Yes. Okay. All right.
yes.
Monica, do you have that ability that you can type in the computer and read in a book? Can you do that?
I read a book.
Yeah, like I mean, can you read a book and type in the computer at the same time? Puede estar
No.
leyendo algo y escribir en su computadora. No? Yes? It's an ability. Not many people have it. I can't. I need to look at the keyboard. Yeah, but some people have the ability. Okay, let me see another ability. Let me see, Israel Rivas. Can you run 20 kilometers? 20 kilometers.
Never.
Never
No.
run 20 kilometers?
No. Never.
No. Okay. David,
No. No.
the athletic David, can you run 20 kilometers? Uh-huh.
um, 19 kilometers.
19 kilometers. Okay, so
Whoa.
almost 20.
Yes.
So he has the ability, right? That's ability. When something requires a little bit
One time
more
I run la libertad. Metro La Libertad.
to la libertad. Okay, see, that's an ability. That's ability. We have other abilities, like for example, let me see. Good. Let me ask another one. Wendy. Okay, Wendy. For example, people have ability. Can you make pupusas with your hands? Wendy,
Yes.
can you make
Yes.
pupusas?
Yes.
Yes, I can. All right, but really good
Oh,
Yes.
pupusas, right? Yes. All right. Yes. Okay. So it's an ability. Daisy, can you do that?
No.
No. Okay. So different abilities, right? Good. Let me see. Let me ask another one. Elizabeth. Elizabeth, can you like draw? Do you have the ability to draw something?
I know ability. I
You don't
like
have
it,
the.
but I know
I don't have ability. I don't
I
have
don't have.
ability. Okay. There you go. Okay. Let me ask another one. Let's see. Manu. Manu, can you play soccer? Are you a good soccer player?
No, no, really no.
No
I don't.
ability. I,
No,
I
I
don't
don't have this
have
ability.
I don't have the ability. Okay, all right. And Peter, how about you? Do you have like a soccer ability?
A little, a little.
A little bit. Okay,
Yes.
but a little or
it's a
ability?
crack.
It's a
A
crack,
little
right?
ability.
A little bit of
Uh,
ability. Okay.
in the tournament, and in the Ironman, Peter is a playing.
It's a
No.
it's a it's a it's
It's a
a
play
good
soccer.
player. It's a good player. Okay. Of
Yeah.
course, right? When you say ability, ability, but in our context, right? In our context, right? So playing with your friends, maybe someone has ability to play. Not like in a professional, because we're not professional, but at least you show a little bit more than the other ones, right? You have a little bit more ability than the rest. Okay, good. Let me see, for example, another one. Nolia, can you ride a motorcycle? It's an ability, right? Some people have that ability to ride a motorcycle.
I cannot.
Cannot ride a motorcycle? Okay.
No.
No ability. All right. How about swimming? Let me see. Michael, can you swim like with no problems?
Yes, I can swim.
Can you go, for example, to Coatepec Lake and swim with no problems?
No.
Okay. Okay, so they know, right? No
Sobrevivo,
ability.
sobrevivo, floto, floto.
But I can float. Okay, but when you said I have the ability to swim, so that means that you can go to any place in a deep place and no problem. You always get out of that place. But no ability, yeah, you might die. It's terrible. Yes, some abilities. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna talk about abilities. Let me see. Normally abilities requires with sports, right? Sports, it's necessary to have some abilities. Like what kind of sports do you know? Can you tell me some sports that we have or that you know in general?
Basketball,
Basketball,
Basketball, tennis,
tennis,
soccer,
Soccer,
ping pong,
soccer,
Swim.
Jump the
base,
swimming.
baseball,
What
Jump
is
the
it?
rope.
that what
Jump the rope.
Jump the
Jumping the
rope.
rope.
Okay. Other sports.
um, tennis,
Okay. Someone said
golf,
tennis. What is it? Golf,
Skateboard,
skateboard,
Squash.
squash, boxing,
snowboarding,
snowboarding. All right. Boxing. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Bicycle.
Cycling. All right. Cycling is a sport. Uh-huh.
Judo.
Running.
Running.
Judo. Karate, right? Karate is a sport. Yes. Any other one?
Swimming.
Baseball.
Swimming. Baseball. Okay. What else?
Surf.
Which one?
Surf.
Golf. Golf.
Surf.
Oh,
No.
surf. Surf.
Surf.
Surf. Yeah. Surfing
Surf
is a
City.
Hockey.
yeah. Which one?
Hockey.
Hockey. Yes. Hockey. Yes, that's a sport. How about
Beach soccer.
American football? American football? Yes.
Yes.
Soccer?
Rugby.
Soccer.
Soccer, of course, the famous soccer. Uh-huh. What else? Other sports.
Rugby.
Surfing.
Rugby, right? Rugby? Yes.
Rugby.
That's a lot of strength. Good. What else?
Surfing.
Chess.
Again? What
Chess.
is it?
Ajedrez. Chess. Oh,
Chess.
no.
Oh, chess. Chess. Is that a
Chess.
sport? Maybe, right? Maybe it's a
Yes.
sport, but it's like more like a hobby.
It's
Oh yeah,
Olympic.
maybe it's an ability. You need to have the ability with chess. What else? Other
Ping pong.
sports. Ping pong,
Voleibol.
Esport.
Pong.
volleyball. Yes, volleyball. Uh-huh. Any other sports that you might think?
Uh, esport.
Which one?
Esport. Electronic sport. Game.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, that's not a maybe. Or could be, right? It depends. Now everything is online. But when we say like a sport demands abilities, right? All of them, you need to have a certain abilities to do it. Or like, for example, some people, they practice some stream sports. Stream sports like scuba diving. Scuba diving? What is scuba diving?
Bucear.
Bucear, right? That's an interesting. That's very stream sport.
S- Snorkel.
Snorkeling, right? That's another one. We have other stream sports like what is it?
Climb mountain.
Yeah, that's climbing is a very
Climbing.
stream sport. Another one I
Rappel.
haven't again.
Yeah.
Rappel.
Yeah.
What is it, Clara?
Rappel.
Surfing.
Rappel, surfing. Okay. Yeah, there is one. Oh, parachuting. Parachuting.
Ski.
Do you know what is parachuting? Like you go in an airplane, then you
Paracaídas.
jump. Paracaidismo.
Paracaídas.
Yeah,
Okay.
parachuting. That's a very extreme sport. Or another one that is how do you call that? It's called bungee jumping.
Maybe parkour.
What is it?
Parkour.
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 Parkour. And yes, and
Yes,
how?
jumping the buildings and street and acrobacy.
Yeah,
Bungee.
bungee is another one. Bungee jumping. That's extremely sport, right? That requires ability and also requires guts to do it. Not only ability, but also requires guts. Look at the word in your chat, right? That requires you need to have guts to do it. What is the meaning of guts? Guts? No? What is the meaning of guts?
Agallas.
Agallas, right? Tiene que tener
Agallas.
agallas para hacerlo. But we have in a different context, right? You know the Salvadorian expression. It's like tener valor para hacer algo. You need to be brave to do something. Or in a more colloquial, you need to have guts. You know the colloquial way I had to say that. Yeah, to
Teacher,
practice the sport. Yes.
how do you say esgrima?
Esgrima. What is esgrima? I don't even know what is that in Spanish.
The, the sport is to protect the face and use the
Sable.
how do you say
The
espadas,
sword,
pero son
sword,
este
the sword.
sword with the no not cut not cut
The musket.
Musket.
Musketeer.
How do you call that? Es, how do you say that into Spanish? Escrima.
Esgrima.
Ajá.
Esgrima o escrima.
Esgrima.
Esgrima.
Escrima. I don't even know into Spanish. It's a new word for
Es,
me.
es como es
Los
como los
mosqueteros.
mosqueteros, se puede decir.
Esgrima con G.
Esgrima, okay? Esgrima, okay? And then that is like a fighting with a sword.
Yes.
Ujú.
Okay. It's
So,
I think I have seen it before, but I didn't even know what was the name. Yeah, not even into Spanish. It's new. Esgrima. I need to check that. Yes, but we have different sports that requires a lot of abilities, right? So normally, when we talk about abilities or skills, what is the difference between abilities and skills? So we have the word ability and we have the word skills. What is the difference between ability and skills?
It's like a specialty, skills.
Mhm.
skill
Skills,
es el-
It's like a specialty
all
in
right,
something.
in something. Yes, it's like when you say, for example, you can say, oh, I can play soccer, right? So I have the ability to play. But then if you compare, like for example, if you say I have the skills to play soccer, so that means that you are a professional on this area. You have like you are an expert on this area. So that's when you have skills. Like for example, you can
True.
say I can drive a car, so I have the ability. I can drive a car, so I have the ability. But these guys like on a car racing, they have skills to drive. Or like for example, some other,
driving Daytona.
yes, or people driving like big trucks, so they have skills, not ability. Or like
It's
for
like a
example,
more professional.
yeah, it's like a more like an expert in one area. So then you can say, for example, oh, Daisy can dance, so Daisy has the ability to dance. But if you, for example, if you say Shakira, do you think that Shakira has the ability or skills to dance?
Skill.
Skills,
She
skills
has the
to
skills to
dance.
dance, right? That girl has electricity in her body. Okay, yeah, she has electricity in her body, I think. Okay, that's the difference between ability and skills. Maybe you can say it, I can sing. I have the ability to sing. All right, perfect. So you can sing in a karaoke or something. But then if you ask like a professional singer, so they have the skills to sing. Good. Yes. So that's the only difference between ability and a skill. A skill means really good at something. You're really good at something. Are you good at? We have this one. I'm sorry. It's not like that. The question is like, are you good at? The expression is good at. Good at. When you're good at something means that you excel. Let me better write it in the here in the whiteboard. So we're gonna talk about abilities today. Using can or can't. Like this. Good at. What are you good at? So the whole question will be, what are you good at? So you mentioned three abilities that you have, or maybe more abilities that you have. So for example, if I ask, let me see, uh, David, what are you good at? What are you good at? Tell me at least two things that you're good at.
Maybe sing.
Okay, so I am good
And I'm
at.
good at sing,
You're good at singing?
singing.
Singing, all right? Yes, after preposition at, the verb is an ing. Singing. I am good at singing. Okay, Blanca, what are you good at?
Talking at public places.
I am good at speaking in public places. Okay, thank you. Monica, what are you good at?
I am good at cooking.
I'm good at cooking. All right, sounds good. Susana, what are you good at? So Susana's gonna say about numbers and calculation and accountability, maybe. Huh? Susana, what are you good at?
I am good at cooking.
Cooking too? Okay, all right. Let me see. Peter, what are you good at?
I am good at fixing things.
Fixing things. Okay, that's an ability.
Fixing things.
Mr. Rico, what are you good at?
I'm good at playing soccer.
Playing soccer? Really? Okay, I'm good at
Yes.
playing soccer. Nice. We see to believe. We need to have a challenge then to see if it is true. Yes. Good. Larissa, what are you good at?
I am good at play basketball.
Playing. Yes. Let me explain you something.
Playing basketball.
Playing. Yes. We have a prepositions. We have preposition at. So every time that you have this preposition at, the next verb is an ing. So then it's playing. I'm good at playing. I'm good at cooking. I'm good at driving. I'm good at drawing. I'm good at painting. I'm good at speaking. I'm good at something. And ing. Always, whenever you have prepositions like this, the next verb is an ing. Aunque el verbo es soy bueno para jugar, no es jugando. Cada vez que usted vea, sorry for my Spanish, pero cada vez que usted vea una preposición, si esa preposición va seguida de un verbo, tiene que ir en ing. Por ejemplo, si yo le digo, gracias por venir, right? So I would say, thank you for come, okay? Gracias por venir, pero esa es una preposición, for, por, es una preposición. So the next question is, the next verb is coming. Thank you for coming. Yeah, thank you for coming. So every time that you have prepositions like this, the next verb is an ing. Yes. So it's I'm good at playing. Sounds good. So we have this too. This is like a very simple topic that we need to just take a look. When you use can and can't, the pronunciation, for example, with the first one is just like this one. When you said can, no problem. But with the other one, a negative, you make like this one, like longer. Can't. It's can't. All right.
And
Yeah. Pronunciation. We need to have that pronunciation. For example, can, sure, can, The long, when you have negative like cannot, is can't, can't, can't. Example. Okay, let me see. Let me ask someone. Wendy, read this sentence fast, very fast. Read it, please.
swim very well.
Again?
I can't swim very well.
Swim, swim, swim. Okay.
Swim.
Repeat again, Wendy.
I can't swim very well.
No, it's not a swim, just swim. Say it
Swim.
again, swim. Repeat again.
I can't swim very well.
Yeah, yeah. No, a swim. Do not say a swim, just swim. I can't swim. All right, thank you, Robert. Say it. Robert, say it.
I can't swim very well.
Again. You can swim very well or you can't swim very well. Yeah, you know, this one is, we gotta be careful with the word can't or can. I can swim very well or I can't swim very well. So you need to make emphasis on the and. I can't swim very well. That means no, no ability. What about if you make a mistake? If you say I can't swim, it's like, let me give you a story. And pronunciation. Sometimes pronunciation may save your life. There was an, I think I told you last time, I don't remember, but there's a video actually in YouTube. I don't know if it is available in YouTube. There was a parachuting instructor, como un instructor de paracaidismo. Ah, ya había preparado a la muchacha que iba a saltar del avión. But he was a British guy, era de Inglaterra y ella era de España. Entonces, cuando estaban a punto de saltar, en, the instructor said no, like no, means no. Ella quizás hizo un mal proceso, y él le dijo no, no. Ella escuchó now, la pronunciación, right? Saltó del avión. And of course she died. All right, she died. Of course she jumped out of the airplane with no protection, right? Pronunciation, he said no and she understood now, so she jumped and she died. Definitely yes, a pronunciation. So we gotta be careful when we say can or can't. Like, imagine, Wendy, you are in the military, right? In the military, normally they send, or they throw the people to the ocean to swim. Antes, hoy no creo, los tiraban al mar a que aprendieran a nadar de una u otra manera, right? But of course, they ask the question like, can you swim? And you say, I can't swim very well. Okay, great. Let's throw it. So you might die. So the pronunciation can and can't, right? Can and
Teacher,
can't. Yes.
for the sentences, the different, o sea, hay diferencias si yo digo I don't can swim very well a decir I can swim very well.
Oh yes, there's a big difference. All right. There's a big difference. Very well. Okay. Yes, and I understand your point. And this is a common, mistake that sometimes we have when can es poder, right? Es poder. Pero can es un verbo modal. Es prácticamente es como un auxiliar. Can hace la función del poder o no poder. Si yo lo pongo de esta manera, se escucha como yo no puedo nadar muy bien, right? No puedo nadar. But tenemos dos auxiliares. Michael, tenemos el auxiliar do y el not. Y el can es otro auxiliar. Entonces, nunca pueden ir dos auxiliares juntos. En este caso
Okay,
es un error, it's not correct. So we don't say I don't can. So the correct is
okay.
I can not usted puede ponerlo de esta manera. I cannot swim. Or, si usted lo quiere poner de manera contractada, can't. I can't swim very well. Good. But never I don't can is not right. Yes. So just can or can't. Can or can't. So example, let me see. Israel Rivas, can you tell me 3 things that you can do very well?
Well, I can cooking. I can cook.
Okay, but look at the verb when you
I
have
can cook.
I
I
can
can cook.
cook. I can
Mhm.
cook. Yes.
I can cook.
Uh-huh.
I can mount motorcycle. My
I
bike.
can ride. Ride. The verb is ride. I
Ride.
can ride a
I can ride
motorcycle.
in motorcycle.
Okay.
Mhm.
Another ability. Another
I
ability.
can. I can play basketball
Okay. How
and
about
soccer.
no abilities? Things that you cannot do.
Sorry. I can.
Now negative. Like no
Um,
abilities.
I can use a computer.
I can or I can't.
I can. I can use computer.
But when you say I can use computer, I listen like positive. But in this case has to be negative. Like I can't. I
Ah,
can't use computer.
the negative.
Negative, yes. Like no abilities.
Okay. I can't speak uh, Japanese. I can in negative, ¿verdad?
Of course.
I can't. I can't drive a car.
Okay.
I can't. Uh, mm, well, I can't uh, uh, swim in the sea.
In the sea, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I can't dance salsa.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, good. So we need to talk about abilities and no abilities that we have, right? Like things that we can do and things that we cannot do. Like you personally, you need to think about things that you can do well and things that you cannot do. Like in my case, for example, I can build houses. If I weren't a teacher, I would be a mason. I love building, so I can build houses. Um, the other one, I can speak in public. I like to speak in public. I don't know why, but I like it. And another one, maybe I can run 20 kilometers. Yes, I can. Next, in this case, like negative things, things that I don't have. Um, I can't dance at all. I can't dance. And actually, I don't like dancing, but I can't. It's basically I can't. I'm a 2 left feet person, right? 2 left feet. What is a 2 left feet?
Dos pies izquierdos.
Exactly, right? I'm a 2 left feet person. I can dance, right? I know that. Another one is this one. I can draw. I can't draw. I don't have the ability to draw. It's like that was my how can I tell you? Was my nightmare at school. At school, like drawing abilities, that was terrible. And I can't ride a motorcycle. I can't. I can drive a car, but I can't ride a motorcycle. So that's me. Like some abilities using can and no abilities using can't. Of course, you can say I cannot. I cannot.
Teacher,
Yes.
why I can I can tell drive a car but no drive a motorcycle.
Yeah. Remember when you drive, it's like you turn the wheels completely, right? You turn the wheels completely. Usted le puede girar todo el timón sin ningún problema, pero una moto no se puede. So, es montar la motocicleta. So you cannot say, for example, I can drive a motorcycle. No, it's I can ride. That's the correct verb. You can ride a motorcycle, you can ride a bike, you
Mm,
can ride a horse, but never drive
a horse.
a horse. You can ride a horse. Yes. So that's the with can or can. And look at the verb. The verb is always original. You cannot say I can building. Nah, never. I can speaking. No. I can running. No. I can run. If it is negative, I can't dance at all. I can't draw. I can't ride a motorcycle. I can't play the guitar. I can't sing in karaoke, maybe, right? Um, and some other things. So abilities that we have or things that we can't, right? So that's what we need to talk about. Abilities
Teacher,
in, yes,
the verb may has a negative form.
the verb, what?
May.
May. Oh, okay, I got it. Yes, right now we use can. Can means abilities, right? So let me check it here. When we talk about can is when we talk about ability or like permission, right? When you ask permission, it's like for example, Peter, you ask permission in your house, like hey, can I go to play soccer on Sunday? All right, so you ask permission to someone. Who? I don't know, but you ask permission, right? Or can I ask a question? It's permission. Or can I help you with something? So you're offering help in that context. But what he said, let me see, this one, Manuel, is this correct? May, right?
Yes.
May is only for permission. It's only for permission, but we don't say like negative. You can use it sometimes, but it's not common. You cannot say, for example, let me see here, I can't swim very well. So you cannot say I may not swim very well. So they know. When you say may
Okay.
and not is different. But for abilities, only can. Is that clear? Let me
Okay.
see. Okay. Yeah, may
Yes.
is only for
Yes.
permission, right? May I go? May I ask you a question? May I take a slice of pizza? Okay. May I drink water?
It's like a polite can
Yeah, it's a
form
very
to
it's
tell can.
a polite, exactly. It's more educated to use may. Like for example, I can say like may I ask you a favor? Puedo preguntar, pedirte un favor, right? Instead of can I ask you a favor? Can is more imperative, but may is more polite. But when we're talking about abilities, only can and can't, can and can't. Or in questions, it's like, let me write some questions here. Can you? Let me see. What? Let me ask a question.
Can you dance?
Can
Will be a compliment.
Salsa.
Okay. Can you dance salsa? No, right? Maybe yes. Yes, I can, or no, I can't. Another question is like, um, Can you speak French? Can you speak French? It's like, yes, I can. No, I can't. Right? For example, let me see. Can she work on Sunday, for example? Can she work on Sunday? Yes, she can. No, she can't. All right. Good. If she has the ability to work on Sunday. So you can use can with all subjects, no problem. With questions, right?
Sure.
Yes.
In that case, the third person, the verb, don't change.
Doesn't change. No, it doesn't change because
Doesn't change.
you have the
Okay.
auxiliary can. You can say, for
Okay.
example, she can what? Cook. She can cook lasagna, right? So we don't say she can cooks. No, because the auxiliary can.
Okay.
Yes, and you can use all the subjects. I, we, you, they, he, she with can. I can. No, I can't. But can you cook? Let me see. For example, another one. Another question. Can you use Excel very well, like 100%? Yes, I can, or no, I can't. Yes. So that's about questions. Good. Um, remember can or can't for abilities or when we're asking questions. Just let me show you something before we talk about abilities. We have something here that says, what sports do you like? So then we have a different kind of sports. Let me see how much, let's see how much you know about this. Um, okay, let me see. Can you read the first one? Tatiana, read the first one about Brazil. Tatiana? Tati? Tatiana? I think Tatiana is not in the class. Is she here? I think she is. No? Okay, Monica, read it. Read the first one about Brazil. Which one do you think is Brazil's favorite sport? Read it. We don't listen, Monica? Uh-huh. No? No, no audio. Okay, Daisy, help us with the first one about Brazil. Read it.
Brazil's favorite sport is soccer. Their
Mhm.
second favorite is
It's which one do you think? Tennis, volleyball, or swimming?
mm,
Volleyball.
Volleyball?
Swimming.
I
Volleyball?
don't know.
Volleyball.
Or
Volleyball?
Volleyball.
Maybe. Okay. Good. Let's see. Elizabeth, read about Mexico.
Mexico favorite sport is soccer.
Mhm.
Their second favorite sport is football, hockey, baseball.
Which one do you think it is? Is the second favorite?
Baseball.
favorite.
Baseball? Okay. Okay. Let me see. Another one. Michael, about Canada. Michael?
Canada.
Yeah,
Yes.
Canada.
Canada's favorite sport is ice hockey.
Hmm.
Their second favorite sport is, let me see,
Basketball, ice
ice,
skating, and
ice,
snowboarding.
no,
Ice skating,
ice, ice skating. Yes.
ice skating. Okay, all right. Let me see. Clara, next about South Korea.
South Korean favorite sport
Favorite sport?
is favorite sport is basketball. Their second favorite sport is
Hmm.
uh, I think
What is the second favorite sport for South Korea? Bike riding, hiking, or soccer?
Soccer.
Soccer,
soccer.
maybe.
Soccer.
Soccer.
Soccer. Hiking. What is hiking?
I caminata.
Caminata.
Is okay. Yeah, that is hiking. Okay, so let's go back to Brazil. Which one do you think is the favorite, the second favorite in Brazil?
Volleyball.
Volleyball? Volleyball.
Volleyball.
And how about in Mexico? The second favorite?
Baseball.
Baseball.
Football.
Or football?
baseball.
Or baseball? Okay.
Baseball.
And how about in let me see, Canada. What's Canada's favorite, second favorite sport?
Ice
Ice
skating.
skating.
Ice skating
Yeah.
Basketball.
or basketball?
Basketball.
Okay.
Basketball was not working.
It's not birding. Okay. And how about South Korea? What is South
Soccer.
Korea favorite?
Soccer.
Soccer. Yeah.
Soccer.
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 Actually, the information is here. For example, in Brazil is volleyball. Mexico, baseball. Canada is basketball. And South Korea is soccer. That's their favorite sport. And it doesn't look like, right? But that's their favorite. So we have some other sports. Uh, I don't know if you are like this guy. Very. Let me show you this. Okay, it's a short listening. Let me know if you can listen.
Page 64. Exercise 2. Conversation. When do you play all these sports? Listen and practice.
So, Victor, what do you do in your free time?
Well, I really like sports.
Cool. What sports do you like?
My favorite sports are basketball, soccer, and tennis.
Wow, you're a really good athlete. When do you play all these sports?
Oh, I don't play them very often.
What do you mean?
I just watch them on TV.
Yes. Are you like that? Let's see, Tara, that will be Daisy, and Mr. Rico, you are Victor. Read it, please.
So, Victor, what do you do in your free time?
Well, I really like sports.
Daisy and Mr. Rico.
Cool. What sports
Can you
do you
listen?
like?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
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 Yes, teacher.
Can you listen? No?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay,
Yes.
let's see. Daisy and Mr. Rico, right? Is Daisy and Victor, Mr. Rico. Read it, please.
Okay. So, Victor, what do you do in your free time?
Well, I really like sports.
Cool. What sports do you like?
My favorite sport are basketball, soccer, and tennis.
Wow, you are a really good athlete. When do you play all these sports?
Oh, I don't play them very often.
What do you mean?
I just watch them on TV.
Yes, I just watch them on TV, right? It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean that you don't play them? I just watch them on TV. So it's just when some people probably they like sport, but they don't watch. They only, um, I mean, they don't play. They only watch. So then we have some other questions to practice about sports, and then we're gonna talk about some other abilities that you have. So we're gonna it's we're going to talk about different sports, like things that you do, right, or things that you like to practice. So we're going to have some short talking. And let me see, everybody's here. Okay, great. So I'm going to send you some questions to practice, and then we go back to the class. Let me see, we are
Okay.
how many? Just give me a second. Oh, 17. We are 17 right now. Including me. Okay, that will be 19. Okay, we're gonna have a short conversation, questions about sports and things like that before we go into abilities. So let's have a short talk and then we return. Go ahead and accept the invitation and let's practice. I'm gonna send it to you right now. Okay, everybody, Michael, Nolia, Emerson, Susana, Susana, Robert, Susana.
No, ya no, ya. Ya estoy,
Ya tenés tus años.
sí, ya, ya estoy señora.
Oh, really?
Que dicen que no, no me debo de ser.
Spanish? Why Spanish? In English?
Hello.
Hello. No Spanish in English.
I,
You are old woman.
I
An
am
old.
an old woman
Why? You are. How old are you?
because I have
I am
24 years.
24.
Um,
Man, that's not old.
yeah.
Nothing. Not at all. Like
is
24.
is a
Manu
little
says,
chicken.
Yeah, 24.
Manu says that.
You're still a baby. 24 years old. It's still a kid, right? Right? Yes.
Manu says that I am an old woman.
An old woman. Why? The,
No,
No,
Manu says.
okay. No, no, not at all.
I
20.
am old. I am old.
How old are you, Manu?
28.
Man, you're not. I'm well. Even me. I don't consider myself like old, and I'm 33, 33 years old, and I don't consider old. Not at all.
The, the Jesus, la edad de Jesús.
Yeah, the Jesus age. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
before this pandemic, I worked at well, I was working at Don Bosco University, and sometimes we have like a soccer matches between like teachers
Mm-hmm.
and students, right? And it was very interesting
Oh,
because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, teachers versus students. And of course, we have some teachers like my age, older than me, or oh, yeah, around my age. But the students, they were like 17, 18, 20, 22 years old. All the students, right? You can imagine. So they were very young, but
Teenagers.
teenagers basically. But when we were playing, right, no difference. You couldn't see the difference. And I said, well, we're still young, right? The age is just a number. Yeah, age is just
The
a number.
important is
It's the
is
energy, right?
how I feel.
How I feel, correct. Because some people, they are
Mm-hmm.
like 18 years old or 20 years old, but they feel like tired, like, no, I can't. I'm very exhausted. Come on, you are 18 years old. Imagine 18 years old, like,
okay. I
uh,
feel like
mhm.
no, no. Continue.
18 years old is like, oh my God, life is so difficult. I had to study and then I had to wake up early because I have classes at 7 and then I finish at 5 p.m. So my life is so difficult. Can imagine that. And they're just 18 years old. They don't know what working and
No
studying
tienen
is.
idea.
Nah, they have no idea. So
Mm-hmm.
then, no, right? You have a lot of energies at that time. We still have energies. Yes, good. Did you finish with all the questions that I sent you
Yes.
Oh,
in the group?
no,
Oh,
No,
why
no.
are two
Two
pictures?
pictures.
are two pictures.
Only
Yes, yes. It's in the
Only
group. Yeah,
finish the first picture.
the first picture. So you have other questions to talk about sports if you like to watch
Okay.
them or if you like to do. Yes. What do you like to do in your free time? Do you have any sport or something? No. Like Daisy, what do you do? Do you practice any sport? What kind of sports do you practice, or do you watch?
actually no. But when I was in
Young. When
the
I was
school,
young.
I practiced. Oh, when I was young, I
Mhm.
practiced basketball.
Okay. And now, oh, maybe that you like to watch something.
Uh, no, I
No.
don't like. Uh-uh.
Okay. Sounds good. I like to go running and sometimes like if I have to play soccer, but with this pandemic, so we're not playing anymore. But we used to play. Well, if I have time, I will. And I like to watch soccer, of course. And today, what Real Madrid was losing, but at the end they made it 2-2. Yeah. So yeah, I like to watch it. Okay, continue. Let me visit the other people, right? Keep going.
Okay.
All right, in English, no Spanish. I'm watching you.
Okay.
I learn play maybe mm, mm, maybe I don't know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe I like play. I learn play. Uh, it's boxing.
You like to practice boxing?
uh,
Boxing.
I learn play, play boxing.
Really?
Maybe so. Yes, I maybe feeling the adrenaline
But
for
do you like to
only
practice boxing? Only
for
for watching?
no, estamos en la de aprender. You learn.
Okay, all right.
Do you learn? Do you really play boxing?
Learned. Learned.
Yeah.
Learn.
Learn, yes.
Learn.
Learn to something,
Yeah.
a new sport, yes. To learn about a new sport. Okay, good. Let me visit the other ones.
Okay.
Why
Okay,
why are the sports so popular?
yes.
No, the San Blas,
Ah, yes,
San
the
Blas
fact.
Beach. Yes,
Yes, yes, uh-huh.
yes. The center of the Puerto La Libertad run to San Blas, and sometimes run far away, like la curva de Don Jere in
Mm-hmm.
Sunsal. Yes. On Sunday, sometimes I run 10 or 18 kilometers.
18 kilometers.
But
Very, very
yes,
nice. You have a good
I
ability
yes
for running.
Oh,
yes I can run 21 kilometers,
Okay.
and I prepare to run the marathon,
Have you run in a marathon
but
before?
I never.
No, you have never. Okay.
Yes, yes, but only 21
Yeah,
I can complete. Yeah,
it sounds very
but
interesting.
now I don't know how many
How many
kilometers.
kilometers, right? Yes. Good. Good. It
Yes.
depends. Yes, almost, almost. 2 minutes more, 2 more minutes. What was that? I understood your Spanish, Mr. Rico. I can smell Spanish. Yes.
My son asked him finish my class.
And you said almost, right? Almost. Talk to him in English, right? Talk to him in English. Is the right age for a kid to learn a language is when they are like maybe um 1, 2, 3, 4 years old. Is the best age. From 2 to 7 is the best age to learn a new language. Good. It's
That's
all about
He
sports and
he he, he say he say don't understand.
he has to understand, right? He has to understand.
¿Qué
Good.
pasó?
We don't know what happened. Okay, I know the time is running. So we're gonna continue tomorrow talking about some sports and things and ability, but especially about abilities in can and can't. And I want you to think three things that you can do very well for tomorrow. So you need to think about three abilities that you have, and you need to explain it that ability. For example, if you said, well, for example, Blanca said, I can run 21 kilometers, right? So that's an ability. If you say, I can run 20 kilometers, okay, explain. She said that I run from La Curva de Don Jere to where? I forgot the name of this place. What is it, Blanca?
The center of the Puerto de la Libertad to La Curva de Don Jere
Uh-huh. So
in Sunsal.
you go and then you return.
Yes,
Okay, and that's 21 kilometers.
is 19.
Oh, okay. 19 kilometers, right? So she has the
I
But
ability.
never in my
yes,
life.
but I ran in Guatemala, 21 kilometers.
So you ran 21 kilometers in Guatemala. So did you go to Guatemala to run?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So that's one
No. No.
ability. So think about three things that you can do and explain why. For example, if you say, I can't speak in public, okay, why? Oh, because I like to be in front of people every time that I had the opportunity. So I like to, take initiative and have conversation with everybody. So you need to think about those. And we will discuss them tomorrow. Okay. So thank you for joining today. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you
okay.
tomorrow.
See you
Have an
tomorrow.
Thank
excellent
See you
evening.
you. See
tomorrow,
you
teacher.
See
tomorrow.
you.
Take care,
Bye.
Good
everybody.
night.
Bye. Take
Take
care.
care.
Bye-bye.